Hey y'all, I'm James Wright. Welcome to my shop. Today we're making a thumb drive because I want my thumb to go places. So a viewer of the channel sent me these two USB drives and I thought that was kind of cool, and I thought, maybe I should make my own. He also sent me this Sheoak, which that's fun stuff. Let's dive in. So we need to start this off with another thumb drive, and I've got this one that's been huddling around the shop for a while. I have no idea what's on it other than I don't need it, so I want to break this thing apart. And yeah, it's actually a really well built plastic one. It took quite a bit of bashing apart to get it out, but I've got a whole pile of these that people have given over the years, or I've gotten at trade events and things like that. And I don't know what's on them, but I can delete them, clean them up, and use them as a thumb drive to give to someone else. So this one I finally busted open, and that is all that's inside. That one little thing. So we need to make basically a wooden enclosure to hold this. So I'm going to be starting with this live oak. This we stabilized years ago. If you don't know what stabilization is, it's when you actually impregnate the fibers with resin. And so this is a very punky, gap-filled piece, but when you stabilize it, it becomes a very solid block that won't move over time. Also have a small piece of red gum, Australian red gum, and this is the right thickness. It's very close to the exact same thickness as the drive itself, so I'm going to use this as the stripe that goes around. So I'll have two scales of the live oak on either side, and then the piece in between will be the red gum. So I'm laying out a piece that is a little thicker than I want for the scale on the outside. I can always plane it back to be smaller. And then we can cut down in. My saw is binding up a little bit, so if you grab a little bit of hard paste wax, this will allow it to run a little smoother. So if you're ever having an issue with your saw, put a little wax on it, which I do sell on my website, so if you want to buy that, hint, hint. Okay, yeah, I know, shameless plug. But a little bit of wax on the saw does actually make it go very well, so if it's jamming up or causing any issues, it goes a long way for it. For the small pieces of red gum, we're going to cut those down into small strips. I don't need much of this, I just need it to go around the body. So I need one piece to be about the same thickness as the drive. They'll stick off the back, and then a piece on either side. Because I want to get this all done in one day, I'm going to be using some 5-minute epoxy, and this stuff with the pre-mixing tube is really fast and easy. I normally don't use the pre-mixing tube because it costs a bit more and you only get one use out of it, but I was given these a while ago, so I'll use them. So here we see we're going to sandwich this all together with one scale on one side and then the others wrapping around it, and they can be bigger than they want to be because we're going to come back and clean them up. So I'm going to set this down with just the one side first because I have the red gum on either side a little bit thicker. After about 20 minutes or so, we've let it sit, and now it is hard enough we can actually work with it. But I can't just directly glue on the other piece because it's sticking up. So I'm going to come in with a file and clean up any of the glue that is sticking up a little bit higher, and this allows me to have a nice clean surface onto the next one. And that means more epoxy. Now make sure you don't get any epoxy into the working end of the thumb drive. You want to keep that clear. But it actually works really well to work into the little holes and spaces on the other end because that doesn't need to be clear. And epoxy is okay to work against the electronics as long as there isn't too much that it actually heats up. And small amounts with this 5-minute work perfectly fine. So we can put the other scale on that one and clamp it up. And this one, it wasn't quite joined perfectly. There was a little bit of a gap, and if I squeezed it one side, it would kind of wiggle out at the other end. So I'm going to use a big squeezing hand screw clamp to squeeze down one side. And once I get that one tight, then I can put a hand screw clamp on the other side and squeeze that down. Now we don't need to squeeze out the epoxy. With epoxy, you do have to be a little bit careful that you don't actually squeeze it all out, but I want to leave enough pressure in there that it will bond. Then after letting it sit for a while and fully cure, then we can come back and do the rest. All of the pieces are a little bigger than they need to be, so we're going to trim them all back. I'm going to make it a little bit longer, about twice as long as the metal piece inside, because I want to drill a hole through it for putting on a keychain or hanging up. And then we can trim down the sides. It ended up being with the scales a little bit thicker than I wanted, so I could set it up against a dog and then plane them down smooth and get myself a nice clean surface on there. From this point on, it's just aesthetics. Do whatever you want. Make it your thing. Make it happy. And if you've seen my channel, you know I like chamfers. And holding on to little pieces like this is really rather difficult. So sometimes you can fit them in the vise. But I found just sticking down a piece of double-sided tape does amazing things and holds it just so it's not sliding around. A little bit of friction on there, and it works really beautifully. So I'm just taking it down to what I think is about the right size. I want to clean off in the epoxy and joint up the edges, so I'm using a file. And this one has, it has a safe side on one side, but right now I'm using the coarse because I want to get right up tight to it, but then I can flip it over to the safe side so I'm not actually grinding up the surface of the steel. I want to put chamfers on it. So for some of these chamfers, we're going to use the plane. For some of them, it's easier to come through with a file and or rasp and then just detail them down with that. Because they're very, very small and, well, they're kind of detailish. It's amazing what you can get with a file and just get right up on it where you want to be. I'm going to drill a hole on one end, so I could theoretically put it on a keychain. It's a little bit thick for that. I was thinking about putting a cord on it or something of that nature, but we'll just leave it the way it is for right now. Little bit of boiled linseed oil, and I love how that live oak comes out. It's just absolutely beautiful. We'll put a little bit of paste wax on there and seal it up, and there you go. Tiny little thumb drive, now ready to stick into a computer. So there you have it. I kind of like this one. Fun little thing with these because they just keep getting smaller and smaller. I actually don't use a thumb drive much anymore. It's pretty rare that I still use one, but it was kind of interesting to play around with making one. Try to make it a little smaller, but make it interesting. And I like this one. So for the woods on this, we have Australian red gum, that's the stripe, and then the outside is live oak. And that actually came from the Tally Ho project. It was a scrap that I was able to bring home when I was out there. Really like how it came out. Only about 45 minutes to an hour worth of work, and have a little fun project you could give to someone. So I hope you like this. If you have any questions, thoughts, ideas, snide remarks, things I could have done better, let me know down below. I do read through all of those comments and I learn a lot from that, so thank you. And it does actually help out the channel. Even if you just put comment down below, there are a lot of people who do that and it helps out the channel. Thank you. That helps us get in front of more people, helps the channel grow. You know how it goes with the like, share, subscribe. And on top of that, if you want to go even farther, there are a bunch of names over here. Those are all of the fantastic, wonderful, benevolent, and gorgeous people over on Patreon. Without patrons or members here on the channel, we wouldn't exist. We are completely sponsored by you. So if you'd like to help with the channel out directly and keep us going, then think about becoming a patron or a member. So I think that'll do it for now. And until next time, have a wonderful day. The real reason for inventing a thumb drive is so you can hitchhike. Yeah, you had to think about that one for a moment, didn't you?